Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
Yeah. Young Satoshi. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Dragonchain, 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 Dragonchain. Mine 10 blocks on the blockchain. My ETH father for the got paid. These dragons selling like they hotcakes. We go to the moon like we don't got breaks. If you want to transact on a marketplace, Dragonchain, Dragonchain, Dragonchain. Dragonchain, 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 Dragonchain. Mine 10 blocks on the blockchain. My ETH father for the got paid. These dragons selling like they hotcakes. We going to the moon like we don't got breaks. If you want to transact on a marketplace, Dragonchain, Dragonchain, Dragonchain. My ETH costs more than your rent. I spend my life savings getting 10. Dragons get the hottest coming next. Me and Joe Rose making bets. All this shit seem new to me. Mixing blockchain with security. Keeping data safe is the fluency. How could you not fuck with the company?
All right, welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. This is the Dragonchain Update Show. This is episode 11F, 0xff. It is the 256th episode. We did start with episode 0, and we are about to flip that bit. It's going to be, I don't know how you pronounce 0x100. I'll have to look that up, but we'll find out next week. Reminder, nothing in the show is financial advice. Stay tuned after the updates for an AMA. So first up in Dragonchain updates, the distribution for this this show, Super Happy Dragon Lucky, and for the Dragonchain lair on Den.Social. There were 1,080 lot created last week. There were 2 questions for 270 lot each. The host received 270 lot, and Dragonchain received 270 lot. So it was a decent show last week, some good updates. This week on Den.Social updates, lair creation process for, oh gosh, this is November 2022. Well, it's the wrong link either way, but the June 2024 LCP lair is now live. The number 1 by unique voters and lore committed is virtual reality. Let me see if the other link is it. There were 2 links here. Yeah, here we go. This is it. So that's the one that should have been up. Sorry for that. So the June 2024 lair, which one was virtual reality. There are 180 lairs to date and over 279 million lot NFTs created to date. So, and those are compatible, interoperable with Ethereum, so you can export them and do whatever you want to with them. For instance, hold them in a hardware wallet or otherwise trade them or give them to somebody or whatever you'd want to do there. You can also bring them back in to be native. So it's all good. And DAO updates. Let's see here. That's not it. DAO right here. DAO updates. We probably do have some questions. It actually led some confusion between DIN and Dragon last week. There's been a bunch of drama, which I wasn't aware of. So hopefully it wasn't too rough for anybody. But one way or another, when I'm talking about the different systems and the different tokens, make sure you keep them separate, because matter is not Dragon, lore is not Dragon, lot is not Dragon, and energy is not Dragon, right? So, and time is not Dragon for that matter. So if we're ever talking about something in DIN, we have a lot of community people that are considering to do different things with the tokens just to make them easier to use, right? So people use them, they want to make them easier to use, and so they might discuss moving matter, the Den.Social token matter, okay, very clear, not Dragon, to move matter off of Ethereum. That has been an active discussion for well over a year. And I do still consider it a possibility. If someone has a plan and wants to propose that, I am just a denizen on Den.Social, so I will vote, of course, and I will actively help someone try to figure out how to do something, or to actually plan the execution of it. Um, so it is a possibility. I don't know if it's the top possibility. I don't know if it's the thing that is most needed on Den, but it is an active discussion and has been for a while. But that has nothing to do with Dragon. So make sure that's very clear to everyone. And with everything going on, we are looking at doing some very cool things with the Dragonchain network, and increasing the efficiencies, and increasing the I should say simplification to adopt that. Like I have a couple of proposals in for reducing the footprint of the individual nodes, the individual blockchains, the level ones, and then the business ones, the business blockchains that you run when you are actively building something, versus the verification blockchains, level 2 through level 5. I would love to see all of that simplified. I'd love to see it possible, or it is already possible, but I'd love to see it more possible for someone to run a level 5 node on their own if they wished. So there's a lot there. And if anybody's interested in that, all of it is geared towards greater adoption. We have a few customers that are very building very unique, very novel things, very powerful systems. One of them is DEX in Europe, with a decentralized securities platform, and it's operational, and they're building out, and they're bringing in new clients. And then we just launched mainnet yesterday on Rainmaker, and there are active components of Dragonchain in there. Very exciting systems. Then, of course, Drakaria, and a lot of other things that we're building. Somewhat is hybrid. Dragonchain is part owner of Drakaria as an example, but there are several other partners, some of which are not announced yet. So anyway, moving on. World Blockchain Roundtable update. Last week's episode was, and I have to be clear when I read this one, because it's a long title. Network states powered by blockchains as alternatives to Westphalian nation state. So super interesting episode. I'm happy Greg was able to join, because he was the one who really knew. He was the one who wrote that topic, and he's the one who really knew what it was about, and he actually helped a lot. But I Am For I Am and I mostly did okay with it before he came on, but it really helped when he came on. So go watch that. It was actually super interesting, and there's a lot of pretty deep conversation on how blockchains can improve the nature of how nation state governance works. Pretty cool stuff. And episode 162 will air today, and that is, can AI and blockchain be used to improve each other? Episode 162. Let's see if there are any questions. There's I Am For I Am has multiple questions. It's awesome. They're going to be only the best questions, I'm sure. Then let's see here. So make sure you watch that. That's going to be on in about 47 minutes. Can AI and blockchain be used to improve each other? I have some pretty strong ideas or opinions. So it'll be fun for me, at least. Hopefully I won't be rude to anyone. Next, Drakaria update. Make sure first that you go and follow Drakaria World on X. It's still a small following, right? 557 followers, but only the best people, probably in ranked order. And there is a contest going on. There's one every week until they are gone for the Gateway Key Challenge. We're working on something for the last ones that'll be something very special. So if you can go in there and compete, it doesn't take much. You just have to answer some trivia questions, one or more trivia questions, and follow the account to get a gateway key, which is the only way that you will be able to to spawn a new egg in the Genesis season. So it'll be a free mint in the Genesis season, and this is the only way you can get in on that. So it'll be fun, super cool, very rare, very interesting. We've already given away, I think, 4 or 5 keys. I have to check back on that. I should know that. It says here something, but it's not updated. And watch for more updates coming. We just partnered with a new web dev team, so hopefully they'll get everything built out quick, and we'll be able to launch the website or part of the website pretty soonly. And after that, there's a little bit more code left and a little bit more art left, if I understand correctly. So we're getting there, right? I'm looking at see if there are any comments. All good mornings. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so next we go to the AMA questions. So while I refresh this live so that you can see that these are going to be ordered, I've not even looked at them yet. I haven't had time. I ran out of time this morning. The weekly AMA questions. So the top 3 will get rewarded with lot on this show and the Dragonchain Lair. And you only get 1 reward if you've asked multiple questions. It's all good. Appreciate the questions. Anyway, I might go past 3 questions, but only the first 3 will get rewarded. And I reserve the right to revise and extend any answer or remark. And hopefully I don't offend anyone. Kratos, God of Boy. There's been a lot of rumors that Dragonchain is migrating. Is that true? Just address the FUD from a particular group. Very good. So yes, there are no current plans to migrate, and I've said this before. Even in 2017, we got this question, and 2018 in particular. But yeah, I mean, we originally created the Dragon token on Ethereum for very specific reasons, and they're spelled out multiple places publicly. But and hopefully I don't forget part of it, but all, generally we wanted to demonstrate primarily that Dragonchain is interoperable with other blockchains, right? So the token is on Ethereum, and Dragonchain is a hybrid network, right? And we wanted to basically focus on what we wanted to focus on, which was building systems for customers, and therefore we thought it best to leverage a really advanced, especially at the time, advanced and mature and growing ecosystem of hardware wallets, blockchain explorers, and everything else, tools, right? Multi-sig wallets that come with Ethereum. At the time, when Dragonchain was originally created at Disney, Ethereum didn't even exist, right? So we had a lot of plans to build hardware wallets, and we had some. And by the way, the hardware wallets that we had designs for would be far superior to anything that's out there right now. And we would have been able to execute on it, but we decided to hold off and to spend that money elsewhere, especially when the legal issues came from the regulators, right? We were forced somewhat to spend some of that money elsewhere. And maybe that's part of the reason they did that. I have no idea. But anyway, we leveraged it purely for the reason that it exists, to create a standardized API that other people can interact with the Dragon token, especially in the early days. yes, there was always the possibility that we could have moved it native. We could have made it multi-chain where you can choose. And we introduced what was called wormhole technology back in 2018 or 2019. Might have been 2019. That would allow you to export onto one chain and then bring it back and then export onto another chain. And in many ways, it's superior to many of the ways that atomic swaps have been implemented. And there are also but it depends definitely on what you are trying to do. If you have a system like DIN, it's notably different than if you are trying to build something for WikiLeaks. Not that you couldn't use DIN for something like that, but that is not its primary purpose, right? So one way or another, we are not migrating as of now. Anything is possible in the future, but it should be worth noting that if ever we were going to do some large migration, it would be announced in a very clean way. It's not going to come through a rumor. It's not going to come through some dude on Twitter or X or whatever you call it. It will always be accompanied with plenty of discussion, probably even input from the community before we do it. But in the very least, that everyone will know, and everyone will know at the same time, and everyone will know their path. That we're primarily focused on users, and we want you to be holding the Dragon token in order to create time. And we want you to be running a verification node to improve the network. And again, what I talked about earlier, hopefully we can make that even simpler to do. There are a couple of things that I don't like about the structure, the design of it right now that could definitely be improved. And I've thought that for quite a while, but it hasn't been a priority with everyone attacking us in the world. So, but anyway, we want you to be doing that stuff. And therefore, when we move, we will make it, if we move, when we move, if we would make it very clear and very, how do I say this? Very obvious what can be done and, and why we're doing it. Right. So anyway, hopefully that explains it all. Great question. Thank you. And great for bringing it up in case I didn't get it brought up before. So I really appreciate that. Kratos got a boy, the great Magnus. So how I see that work. Let's look at this one real quick. Yeah, so I went on. That group had some people that and I don't know who's in, who's out, but from my understanding, they have some people that were not in the group that said things that made it sound like they were in a group, and so a bunch of these people were up in arms. Why are you doing this? And I'm like, we're not doing anything. The only thing I ever mentioned was matter. So again, always pay attention. Context matters. All right. Context matters. Right. Okay. So thank you for posting that too. Okay, there's more. I'm not going to go through all the X stuff, so I will just vote it up a little bit. I'll look at it later. Okay, I'm on the right page. Yes. I am for I am asks, denizens have expressed frustration of ETH fees to move matter off and on the DIN platform. That is where you might have heard about migrating matter from ETH to another blockchain that has lower fees. Yes, it is about matter, MTR, the matter token. And Matter token has had some interesting activity lately with people, doing different things. But people paid for the food and medicine for a bunch of puppies and kittens in South America through one of our great denizens on the platform. So there have been some pretty cool things lately. Okay, question from I am for I am. I don't know if that was a comment for the one above, but either way. DIN question. Do you think it is wise to tell people that DIN is a better alternative to Reddit? And this is a primed market that could attract new users from. I do, at the risk of of attracting Redditors. Somewhat of a joke, but you can look on Reddit and see how toxic it is. And I don't think 90% of Reddit is toxic, but the 90% of the people who talk on Reddit are toxic. That is just somewhat of a joke too. But Reddit's a really horrible place. It used to be great. It used to be a lot of great info on Reddit. And maybe it's because I'm, now if you go to a political community or a crypto community, they are horrible. Maybe if you're in the good old mechanical keyboards community, that was usually a really good place. But anyway, I asked for two reasons. After watching Tucker Carlson interview the founder of Telegram, it seems that free speech is alive and well on that platform, despite it being 100% centralized with one owner. We have to look where it is hosted out of, though. Maybe it's hosted out of a freer place, or at least a place that is freer for people who want to say certain things or want to allow people to speak freely, which is an odd thing, right? But it's based out of, or at least the owner of it, if I understand correctly, is based out of Russia. Now, maybe he's not there anymore. I can't remember. Either way, Reddit has more reasons to count and has censored or silenced or banned their users. Den, on the other hand, is more welcoming and far less restrictive to free thought. Den is far more transparent, and it does not have it is not able to manipulate the feed. That the feed is ranked and ordered by the prediction markets that are attached to every piece of content. It's a super interesting system if you haven't read the white paper. And if you read the white paper and have questions, I love to answer them, because it is a demonstration. In my opinion, this is the reference implementation of what I call a behavior system. And it's an example of how you can attract and reward people, humans, for voluntarily evaluating content. And, in some other case, you might want humans to evaluate the product of your business. If you make shoes or you make cookies, this type of system is the best way to track the quality, the ingredients and things like that, but also the evaluation of those items. I have tons of ideas if anyone's interested for different types of businesses that could be built around this, or that could be transformed with this. It's as if you were saying, hey, I'm going to, I'm a real estate company and I'm going to apply software to my real estate company. It makes sense now. It's an obvious thing that software is going to make it more efficient and scaled to the point where your valuation will be in the billions. But this, in my opinion, is, and if let's see here, were I the son of a senator or had a certain type of a certain last name, this would be the thing, in my opinion. So we don't get attention, and I think we're actually suppressed for several reasons on this front. But if you don't want AI to take over the world, this is your answer. It is the humane response to AI. We are getting more efficient systems that do better things more accurately with zero AI. It is not smart code. It is all structure, and it is all because blockchain allows us to have transparency and proof of what happened. So, blockchain is the enabler, but this behavior system sitting atop blockchain is frankly what Bitcoin does best. But Bitcoin didn't recognize it as that, because Bitcoin was trying to solve the problem with the Federal Reserve and with fiat currency. And what they ended up they ended up creating was a behavior system that rewards mining, right? I wish it did more than that, but that's what it did, and it did it remarkably well. It was a miracle, and that is what Dragonchain allows you to do for any system. I have a pretty amazing behavior system for restaurants that should be implemented someday. But anyway, that's the only question. Okay, so we do have let's see here. I'm going to look at this because I'm told, okay, SEC date. So yeah, well, let's consider this the featured post today. Okay, it is from Ray del Éxito. Ray del Éxito. Ray del Éxito. That probably means something, doesn't it? Ray the Exit. I don't know. Question about SEC date. I have been reading on Twitter that the date was changed to January 2025. Is this true? Or it's still July next month? Actually, you know the truth. I don't know the date, and that's how funny this is. They haven't moved it before. I don't think it matters. The I believe that what do they call it? I wish I was a lawyer, but you should all be glad I'm not. The depositions, when whatever you call the discovery. Discovery is over in fall, I believe, so it might be January. But either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're working on things right now, and our case is pretty obviously strong, especially if you've sat in on the all day long depositions like I have. It's obvious our case is, and this is, even if I didn't understand the technology, I would say it's pretty clear just watching the questions. I'm like, just understanding the legal side of it. And this is from a lawyer interpreting to me that, I'll ask him, does this mean that? And he's like, yes. And so that was good. And it's like, yes. So we're in a really good position, and we'll just see if they want to take it all the way, or who knows. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, right? So it should go to trial. Okay, so we will see. I don't know how that works. That's Dragon Knight. So I'll vote both of you up. News original. Thank you very much for the questions. And next time, do ask in the super happy, so it's always organized, and we make sure that we get a good answer to you. But it's great here, and thanks to the team for finding it, because I didn't see this one. So thanks a bunch. I've been really busy the past couple of days, so it's been pretty crazy. So in closing, make sure that you get some Dragonchain merch and Den merch and whatever. There's some other cool stuff on there on Dragonchain.Store. And I don't know if we have any sales coming up. We should have a sale soon for the summer or something, right? We should do all of the America distress flag, not the distressed hat. We have a distressed hat that has a U.S. flag on it. I'm going to drop all the U.S. flags on the system and put them all in the distress mode. So we need to do that soon, and maybe we'll have a sale for that on the 4th of July or something, right? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Okay, and then next, make sure if you are able to please contribute to the Dragonchain legal fund at legalfund.dragonchain.com, legalfund.dragonchain.com, and you can donate by fiat. Get rid of your dirty fiat before it's worthless. If we can get it priced in at its current price, and the lawyer will accept it at that price. And luckily, all of our bills from the lawyer are dollar denominated. So as the dollar goes down, we'll be able to pay off the bill. Or donate with crypto, and they will accept it all. They will accept crypto. And if we do not accept your form or preferred form of crypto, there is a form in the Donate with Crypto page that tells you how to request an address for whatever crypto you want. We take all of the things, and you can see where there's info on the court case that if you are so willing and want to be sickened for the rest of the day, you can probably look at that. And let's see here. Make sure you watch us again next week, same time. That was a 33-minute show, I think. Is that right? Not 29 minutes. I started late. And make sure you watch World Blockchain Roundtable today at 1100 Eastern, 1500 UTC. That is in 26 minutes from right now. And follow Dragonchain, Real Denizens, and Jojo Row on X and Den.Social. I'm Joe on Den.Social. And I think that's it. So thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you over there on the on World Blockchain Roundtable later today. Thanks.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. A tactical approach is palpable if this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it.